of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the newspaper that comes to your doorstep. Also at stltoday.com. Good morning, Tony Messenger.
Morning, McGraw. How you doing?
We're doing great. Good to hear your voice. Now, the reason why we invited you on the show, you're always welcome, you know that, but the reason why we invited you on the show is that your editorial page did something extraordinary the other day and wrote a piece about it. What did you guys officially decide to do?
Well, I don't know how extraordinary it is, but we decided that for a period of 2 months at least, on the website for all opinion content that I'm in charge of, editorials, op-eds, and letters, we're going to turn off the online comment section. And we did that for a couple of reasons. As you probably know, the industry is constantly debating how to deal with online comments, in part because they are frequently divisive and frequently attacking other people and not very conducive to good argument. But specifically in light of the editorial we had written the week before on Sunday that called for the community to have this very difficult and important conversation on race that we believe has been avoided by the community for decades, it's hard to have a difficult conversation about race in which people are going to be very seriously trying to learn about each other and hopefully come to some consensus and compromise on some issues while people are screaming at them in online comments. And so we've decided we're going to turn them off for a couple of months. It may be a short-lived experiment. It may be something that we do long-term, but the purpose is to try to sort of raise the level of conversation so that when people feel safe when they come to stltoday.com for a conversation, so that when they share letters and when they share opinions and when they respond to our editorials, agree or disagree, that they do so thoughtfully and without feeling like somebody's just going to attack them in snarky online comments immediately.
You also said in this note to the community that letters are always welcome. Letters will continue to be published. You're always looking forward, clear, concise letters, and those will still be published as normal.
Sure, and one of the reasons that we make a difference between them is people are less willing to say abusive and attacking things in a letter to the editor when their name and hometown is printed than they are in an online comment forum. And studies have just been done recently, and I reference those in my editorial, on the effect of that on quality conversation and even just the ability to understand what was written in the original piece is sometimes affected by the nature of online comments immediately afterwards. So, we're not trying to stifle conversation. We're actually trying to raise the level of conversation. We print letters every day with people who disagree with us, with people who have varying views on Darren Wilson, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, etc. And we're going to continue to do that. But those types of the type of discussion that we think we have on our letters page and op-ed page is at a little higher level. People get a sense of what people in the community feel. They feel challenged, and they respond to it in a thoughtful way. And we think that's a higher level of conversation than what we had been seeing in online comments.
It's a microcosm of that Ferguson Commission meeting last night. The 3, 4, 5, I don't know how many people tried to shout down the police chief, got in his face. The pictures online at stltoday.com truly show how the Dotson's personal space was violated, and that the people who were actually there to comment and to actually move things forward, their opinions and their constitutional rights were trampled on by these people who just wanted to, their scorched earth policy, which is what you find on those online comments.
I think to some degree, yes. I actually, as it relates to the Ferguson Commission, look, at no public meeting is shouting going to accomplish anything. But what the Ferguson Commission is trying to deal with here and is working its way through, and I think they will find a way to deal with it, is you still have an ongoing protest going on. I mean, there are daily ongoing protests all across this country because some of the protesters don't believe they've been heard yet in any meaningful way. And so while I understand what they're doing as it relates to something that is constructive and moving forward, what's much more positive is what happened at the end of the Ferguson Commission meeting, when you had people in small groups sharing ideas in a thoughtful, safe space. And I wasn't at the meeting, so I don't know how much people were agreeing or disagreeing. But that type of movement that the Ferguson Commission is trying to have and is creating is really important. And hopefully the shouting will die down a little bit. I'm sure the folks on the commission will continue to work on that, and that's what we're trying to work on the editorial page as well.
What has been your reaction since you decided not to take comments on the editorial page?
It's mixed. I mean, I've got a couple of emails from folks that I expected to get emails from that send emails to me almost every day calling me an idiot, and they did as well. But mostly what I'm hearing from people in the journalism community, because I'm hearing a lot from folks in the journalism community and other readers, is positive. I'd say probably 70 to 30 positive to negative. I mean, those people who like to scream in the comments are mad that I'm not going to let them scream in the comments.
Right.
They have to go somewhere else to scream in the comments.
There
are plenty of people who thought it was a good idea.
There are newspapers that have actually done away with the comment section for the whole newspaper, right?
Yes, I mean it's an ongoing debate in the industry. There's a variety of things happen. We switched a few years ago from just regular anonymous online comments to you had to register with Facebook. There are people that are talking about, for newspapers that have a paywall, putting the comments behind the paywall, so you at least have to pay for the right to scream at other people. There are entrepreneurs out there who are sort of trying to devise new ways to do comments so that negative comments get ranked badly and quickly go away, and positive discussion comments, rise up in importance. I mean, there's lots of different things going on in the industry, and I know people above my pay grade at the Post-Dispatch are having very serious discussions about how to improve the comment experience newspaper site-wide. It's important here that this decision was just for the editorial section, not the entire newspaper. But there are folks at the newspaper that are talking about regularly, how do we make this a more positive experience? How do we make it something that is more useful and helpful? And there are times where the comment section is useful. I do know that reporters and editors have gotten news tips out of the comment section, and as I mentioned in the editorial, there were some really sweet and wonderful tributes in the comment section to Brian Burwell after he died. And so, there are a variety of things in the comment section that can be positive, but we thought that the negative overrode the positive as it relates to, our content these days is overwhelmingly related to Ferguson and topics dealing with race and the really important discussion that our community has to have to heal and to fix itself. And we thought that conversation takes place in a better atmosphere without comments. So that's why we went there.
I think, since no one asks me and no one listens to me, and I'm going to tell you my opinion anyway.
I hope some people are listening to McGraw. What the hell am I doing
here is my comment that I would give on the editorial page comment board if it were there. I think you should pay $1 for a comment, because the Post-Dispatch has the infrastructure. You have the servers, you have the web page and all that. So you advertise the web page, however it is, right? So it's not some government website where I have a right to rant. You're a business, and so
we're a business.
And if my comment is going to live in perpetuity on stltoday.com, that's at least worth $1 to me. And why not charge a couple dollars for every comment that comes along?
I will pass that idea on to the bean counters.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, at least someone's listening to me. Tony, be good, be safe, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Thanks, McGraw. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. 9:20 here, Big 550.